Guru Bipin Singh was a renowned dancer, choreographer, scholar, and teacher of Manipuri classical dance. For over 50 years, he dedicated himself to the mission of exploring and revealing the elements of Manipuri classical dance in order to preserve and promote the art in its purest form. In his compositions, Guru Bipin Singh emphasized on the classical elements of the dance in a very stylized manner, bringing out their beauty to the fullest while staying true to their original form and spirit. He gave a new direction to dance dramas and choreographed them while staying within the traditional framework. He also re-choreographed some of his dance dramas for stage. He was also a pioneer in the introduction of solo dance performances in the Manipuri style. Through studies and research, Guru Bipin Singh established a significant correlation between the Vaishnavite and other Indian texts on dance and the oral traditions of Manipuri dance and music. He used his scholarly abilities to analyze, classify, systematize, and codify various aspects of Manipuri dance and created fundamental universal principles and disciplines in order to impart effective training. Guru Bipin Singh, in collaboration with his well-known disciples Kalavati Devi and the Javeri sisters, founded the Manipuri Nartanalaya in Mumbai, Kolkata, and Manipur. Guru Bipin Singh and his disciples played a key role in bringing traditional and classical dances of Manipur from the temples to the theatre without altering their form or spirit.
Traditionally, in Manipur, the dance and music were taught in Gurukul system, especially in Sankirtan, having Pung Cholam, dance with the drum, and Kartal Cholam, dance with the big cymbals. In Ras Leelas, traditionally, the Ras Gurus or Rasdharis, they teach to the performers the particular Ras Leela which they have to perform in the temple courtyard. However, Guruji felt need of devising the systematic training course of 6 years. For the first time, he analyzed different traditional dances and grouped the movements of the different parts of the body in different categories and reconstructed the basic body movements.
Padabheda, Khongthamakal, positions of the feet, Sama, Anchita, Kunchita, Suchi, Agratala Sanchara. Upavishta Bheda, Apambi, sitting movements. Brahmari, Araibi, spiral movements in Lasya. Tandav Brahmari.
Punglul Jagoi. Rhythm and drum are interwoven aspects of Indian classical dance form, and in Manipur, pung or drum has even more significant role. In Manipur, pung is the embodiment of Lord Krishna. Each and every bit's resonance is the devotional surrender to Lord Krishna. Manipuri dance has several talas ranging 4 to 68 bits, and Guru Bipin Singh created many compositions based on permutation and combination of different rhythm patterns. Guru Bipin Singh firmly believed that deeper understanding of pung would help dancers to express themselves with great knowledge, power, and ultimate devotion.
That is the series of todas, rhythm patterns, on different talas in Lasya and Tandava, such as Tal Tanchep, Tanchep Pareng of 4 beats, Tal Menkup of 3 beats as well as 6 beats, Tal Tevda of 7 beats, Tal Surfak of 10 beats, Tal Chautal of 12 beats, Tal Chartal of 14 beats, and so on, collected from various gurus, and then Guruji composed dances on these rhythm patterns for the course. We students feel really fortunate to have this knowledge, vast knowledge of the rich storehouse of talas and rhythm patterns. Guruji composed a unique item called Pantha Jagoi. Actually, I remember I cherish the memory of my different visits to Manipur along with Guruji, and particularly during later 60s when I was there with him. He composed this unique item, Pantha Jagoi. taking inspiration from one song in Nitya Ras. Guruji got that idea because in that song it's a description of how Radha and Krishna are engaged in healthy competition. Krishna challenges Radha and says, Chandabadoni nachato dekhi tata thaya thaya tini kata ja. Krishna says, in this competition, if I lose, then I will place my chuda in your feet, and if you lose, you surrender to me, and that will be our, we will unite happily. Guruji first thought that this pantha jagai, that is competition. So he started composing the rhythm patterns on tal tevda of 7 beats and 3 stresses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He first composed the rhythm patterns, then on each rhythmic variation, on each prastar, he started composing dance of Krishna and Radha simultaneously in one prastar only, so that we can get to know the characteristics of Lasya and Tanda. While composing, it was such a wonderful experience for me because it was on me only he was composing. So I had to be very sharp, very quick. As soon as he composes the rhythm pattern, I had to write down and remember the dance movements composed on that particular rhythm pattern. So it was a very living experience for me to remember and enjoy the beauty of it, because every movement he used to just explain and show how it should be done according to the syllables of the drum. When this item was completed on me, I felt so happy, and I think it has got so much of permanent value that this was composed in late 60s, and today after more than 40 years, we still enjoy performing it, and every time we experience the beauty of the rhythm patterns and the dance movements. I still remember during that time the whole creative process. He was under so much of stomach pain. I really wonder how he managed to create wonderful rhythm patterns on one tal tevda of 7 beats, utilizing different layas, the laya pran, the combination of layas, as well as jatis, and different rhythmic patterns, and graceful Lasya style, as well as forceful Tandava, Krishna Tandava style. So it has really so much of energy and that permanent value that till today we enjoy performing this item, and every time we experience the beauty of its movements and the rhythm patterns. I really feel that even after 5 decades, we are still continuing to dance and teach also.
Prabandha is a musical composition consisting one or six of the following elements: pada, pata, tala, swara, tenaka, viruda, means poem, syllables, rhythm, musical notes, auspicious words, name of the poet or praising hero heroine. Guru Bipin Singh created several prabandhas based on the combination of different elements of Nritta, Nritya and Tandava and Lasya aspects of Manipuri dance. His unique contribution on Prabandha was depiction of the rhythmic syllables using body movements. That is his speciality of Gharana.
इस तरह से उसका नेक का इस्तेमाल करते थे। हाँ, ग्रगन खींचते इस तरह से जो अच्छा ये बताओ तुम ये ध्यान था कि बोलो
I was witness of a very unique composition called Swara Prabandha. The whole process was amazing. Out of a scratch, how Guruji created beautiful composition on me, of course. He first thought of taking the traditional sequence of Nata Sankirtan, such as starting with Mridanga Raga, Bhanga, followed by Rag Alap on Rag Bhupali, then Dhyan Murti in one shloka of Rag Bhupali, then description of how Lalita invokes Krishna and Radha through Swara passages. He composed all these Swara passages with different rhythmic, different melodies, and he selected the rare tala called Tal Khuji of 16 beats and 7 stresses. I remember how spontaneously when he was playing the harmonium and he could create different melodies, the swaras, and along with the intricate syllables, composition of syllables, which were beautifully interpreted through body movements. In the end, while finishing the composition, he specially created when Athaba, the ending portion, the Rela comes, it finishes by stretching the syllables of the drum. However, within the tal, traditionally gurus call it Cholakthang, that is finishing the dance composition by stretching the bols, the syllables. However, it comes in exact tala, the stresses and unstresses. For example, ding, ding, ta, gra, gra, ding, ding, ta, gra, gra, ding, ta, ta, ting, ta, ting, ta, dhenikita, tenikita, tenikita, tang, graka, tenikita, 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 tang, graka, dhenikita, tenikita, tenikita, tang, tenikita, 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 tang, dhenikita, ta, tagindraga, dhenikita, tangraga, dhen, dhenikita, tangraga, dhen, dhenikita, tangraga, dhen, ta, dhen, ta, takita, gingita, dhen, draka, ding, ta, ding, ta, ding, ta, ding, ta, gintra, ginta, dha, dha. I think such composition is a rare thing, and I feel so elated while performing. This is my favorite composition. Whenever I perform this, I feel so happy and satisfied and elated. Swara Prabandha.
sa sa re ga pa 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 tha pa 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 tha sa tha pa pa tha pa sa tha pa ga ga re sa re ga pa ga pa da pa da sa ga re sa sa da sa da sa pa da pa ga re sa re. সেবা করে যাহার আনন্দ বাড়াইল আত্মসমর্পণ করি চরণে করিল।
Guru Bipin Singh made a significant contribution to Krishna Tandava. He made Tandava more forceful, graceful, stylized, majestic, and variety of movements. Guru Amudan Sharma was the main guru of Guru Bipin Singh. He was the first Natapala Guru in Manipur, and later he became a Rajdhari of Gobindaji Palace Temple. He used to create his Raslila composition incorporate with Tandava movements from Kartal Chalam and Pung Chalam with variety of neck, hand and body movements. Guruji was highly inspired and influenced by his style of creation, and he decided to follow his path to create the unique compositions of Tandava.
Then Guruji found divisions of Tandava like Prerani and Bahurup. He was inspired to compose an item called Mrudu Uddhata Krishna Nartan. Hence he composed this item. Mrudu means soft movements of Lord Krishna and Uddhata means forceful movements, in which he took inspiration from the movements of Pungcholom, the stylized movements of Pungcholom, and he created this beautiful composition of Mrudu Uddhata Krishna Nartan. Because of his creative ability and his highly developed aesthetic sensibility, he could beautifully create, after creating the Cholam movements, it was beautifully gelled with the Krishna movements, Krishna Tandava movements. Hence he could make the Krishna Tandav full of variety of movements and some forceful movements of Pungchalam.
झन झन झनन मंदिर बावत झन झन झनन मंदिर बावत मंदिर बावत मंदिर बावत दिगु दक दिगु दक तक दिगु दिगु दक झन झन झा तक झन झी झन झन झा तक झन झी तक झन झी तक झन झी झन झन झनन मंदिर बावत Another composition is called Tanum, which is equivalent to North Indian Tarana or Carnatic Tillana, having words like Dim, Tom, Dere, Tana. In Sankirtan in Manipur, this particular song is very much performed. However, Guruji composed dance movements in Tandava style on this Tanu. The Tala is Rajmel, a very heavy and majestic Tala having 7 beats and 2 stresses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, suiting the Tala, the heaviness of Tala, he selected this Rajmil Tal, and then movements also according to the heaviness. He took inspiration from Kartal Cholam, having very slow and heavy movements, which suited to the tune of the song as well as the Tala. Sa
In Manipur, traditionally, 7 Ras Leelas are performed in the temple courtyard for 4 to 6 hours. These Ras Leelas are dance dramas having 4 elements of Natya: Angikabhinaya, Vachikabhinaya, Aharyabhinaya and Satvikabhinaya. Guruji condensed different Ras Leelas from 6 hours to half an hour for the stage presentation, giving more importance to the dramatic element as well as the dance movements. He also selected different themes of Lord Krishna and Radha from Padavali literature. In Padavali literature, they have Dwadash Vesh of Lord Krishna. So Guruji selected Bajikar Vesh, that is, Vesh means disguise of an acrobat aerialist Krishna takes to meet Radha. So first in 60s he composed Kaitav Milan having this particular disguise of Bajikar. At that time he thought that to create Krishna's movements as Bajikar, how he can impress and please Radha. So at that time, for the first time, he thought of taking acrobatic movements from Punchalam. So that was the very, what shall I say, it's intelligent way of taking inspiration from Cholam. In Cholam, Punchalam, they do all these acrobatic movements such as Longul, Baphamlai or Khongnama, Laiba, Baklai. So all these movements he utilized for this Krishna's dance as an acrobat aerialist Bajikar. In dance, beautifully he composed these movements, and then later he composed just item called Bajikar Khel, which includes all these acrobatic movements as well as different body movements inspired from Punchalam dance movements. Bajikar Khel.
ভালো ভালো সাজে ভালো ভালো সাজে ভালো সাজে পিছুরা আইলো সাজে বাজিকা
नटति नटेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी ललित नटन भंगी पदयुग चालन मृदुकर कर्ण नवनीर्मितचारी अंगी सिंह कटिनी जिनी कटितट किंकिनी किनी मधुर नाद सुवर्ण नूपुर चरण कमल पर बाजत मृदु नव छंद अंग तरंगिनी मकर ध्वज वर्गिनी लास्य ज्योतिर्मयी राधा ताल मंठ ध्रुव मधुर मृदुरव किंदति नटति नधा तरतति तरतति तरघन तानीति तरजन ततिनि ततीन्द्र थर थर थिनि थिनि तकथिनि थिनि 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 ताकिति कुंदा कर कंकन कर करकन करकन कनक कंकन धनि सूथा तांत्रेत चित तकुन तचित झंकु चित्त गिनधा रसमय भाषिणी चन्न कांति जिनि नील वसन धारिणी दग दग दगतिनि भक्त कुन्नतिनि विपिन बिहारिणि ध्वनि विपिन बिहारिणि ध्वनि विपिन बिहारिणि ध्वनि. It is one of the prabandhas, Kirti Prabandha or Mukhbol, in which the poem is spoken in rhythm and the drum tries to reproduce the same sound of the spoken words. Kirti Prabandha has, in this particular Kirti Prabandha, we have 4 different elements of Prabandha, such as Pada, the poem, Pata, syllables of the drum, Biruda, name of the poet or words in praise of hero or heroine, and Tala. Traditionally, in Sankirtan, they have such Kirti Prabandhas, Mukhbols, such as Thaya Tata Thaya, Thaya Tata Thai, or for in praise of Krishna, Takiti Takathai, Takiti Ta, Daradagati, Tarakati Linga, Dampho, Badyo, Mridangaya. And how the drum follows, Takiteng Trakateng, Takiteng Ta, Dentanedating, Tatatatating, Dindeng Ta, Tenta, Gragin, Gintang. These are traditional Mukhbols, but Guruji composed for our Krishna Nartan and Radha Nartan, Mukhbol or Kirti Prabandha for Krishna and for Radha. And he, in the end, he introduced the Biruda, his name. For example, in Krishna Nartan, in praise of Krishna, Balihari Bipina Bihari. So in the end, his name came, and for Radha, Bipina Biharini Dhani, Bipina Biharini Dhani, Bipina Biharini Dhani. So like this, Guruji also composed such Kirti Prabandha. In praise of Krishna. नटती नटवर भुवन मनोहर रास मंडल माझे पद पंकज पर मणिमय नूपुर रुनु झुनु रुनु बाजे अंग विभंग ललित त्रिभंग तांडव करु केली ताल विद्याधर करत अंग हर बंकिम बनमाली धटटत मृदंग तक थई तरंग तक तक थई तक त्रांग ताजन तितिजन कलरव घन घन घोर गगन घन श्याम ध्रांगुरु तरतत उरुरुरु तागर नागर ताथारी ता ठुं कुतु कुतु द्रुगुरु ध्रांगुरु बलिहारी बिपिन बिहारी बलिहारी बिपिन बिहारी बलिहारी बिपिन बिहारी. In Manipur, Gurus have been continuously inspired by the nature as well as birds and animals while creating the dance movements or rhythm patterns. We find such movements in Kartal Cholom, the dance with the big cymbals. They have created different gaits, and from behavior of birds and animals such as gaits of elephant or swan or birds like wagtail or fish and so on.
Gates of animals and birds. Gajagati, Shamu Sajid, gate of an elephant. Hausagati, Kanga Sajid, gate of swan. Khanjan Gati, Kambrang Chak Sajid, gate of a wagtail. Bakagati, Urok Sajid, gate of a stork. Kakagati, Quack Sajid, gate of a crow.
Guruji utilized movements or rhythm patterns of birds like Shuka Sari, the parrot and she parrot, in his composition Shuka Sari Dvandva, where Shuka and Sari are engaged in lovers' quarrel. Shuka Sari Dvandva.
Tinta, 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 rakatatta, tinta, tatta, tinta, tinta, tinta. Thay cái tất cả đến chứ tất cả nhìn đến, thay cái tất cả nhìn đến chứ tất cả nhìn đến, chứ tất cả nhìn ta, chứ tất cả nhìn ta. Tinta, tinta, hin, tinta, tinta, hin, tinta, tinta, hin, là hin, là đất, tất tinta, hin, là hin, nha, ha, là hin, ta. Tăng hin tin tăng là tất cả kita tăng kita được thay nhưng mà kita ini là kita ini là kita là kita ini 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 bila kita hai
Dandaras, movements and syllables imitating wagtail, Khanjan Pakri. Then again a ta ging, ding ta ging, then again a ta ging, ding ta, ding ta, ding ta, ding ta, ding ta. tatakita 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 tang, dhenagina tak dhena dhenagina gin, ginagnat, ginagnat, dhin, tinta, 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 tatakita 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 tang, dhenagina dhenagina ginyandata ginyandata dhenagina dhenagina ginyandata gnat, dhenagina ta gin, dhinta gin dhenagina ta gin, tinta, dhin, tinta, 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 tatakita 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 tang. In Manipuri dance, Nritya means interpretative dance in which we interpret the meaning and the sentiment of the song through facial expressions, different hand gestures, and different body movements. Guruji composed solo items taking inspiration from 64 divisions of Shringar Ras such as Kandarpa Prati Akshep or Madanakshep or Sakshat Darshan, etc. He also took inspiration from 64 Naika Bhedas. In Manipur, these Naika Vedas are performed in Sankirtan as Bashaka Bhangnaba, the competition of different Naikas, as well as Bashak performance by two groups of women singers who do Abhinay while singing like a competition. So, these are done traditionally in Manipur, but Guruji selected these Naikas and he composed beautiful items like Abhisarika Naika or Khandita or Utkantita and so on. Guruji also composed solos and group dances in Ras Leela like Jugal Roop Varnan or Jugal Roop Prarthana or Krishna Roop Varnan, Radha Roop Varnan, etc. As well as the solo items in Goshtha Leela having stories of childhood pranks of young Krishna like Nanni Churi or Kanduk Khel, etc. So, these are beautiful items composed by Guruji in Abhinaya aspect.
मणिपुरी में है लेकिन उसको हम तीन से हम व्यक्त करते हैं, स्वानुगत, अनुगत और गमक। स्वानुगत मतलब ये है किसी कोई मुद्रा का पार्टिकुलर कोई मुद्रा का कोई जरूरत नहीं है, जो पूरा शरीर का संचालन से ही वो पता लगे कि ये कर रहे हैं, अपना शरीर से ही बतलाते हैं। जैसे कि कंदुक क्रीड़ा है, बॉल खेलते हैं, बॉल लेते हैं, इसको कंदुक क्रीड़ा बोलते हैं। इस तरह फेंकना, लेना, छोड़ना, छोड़ दिया, फिर ले लिया, इस तरह से जो एक्शन होता है उससे वो और स्वानुगत कहते हैं। अनुगत मतलब क्या है, हर एक शब्द का मुद्रा का द्वारा जो बताते हैं उसको अनुगत कहते हैं, वो हम नहीं करते हैं। और गमक, गमक मतलब सजेस्टिव, सजेस्टिव में अमुक जो जहां बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट जरूरत होगा उस वहां ही हमारा वो मुद्रा का हस्त का ये उसका इस्तेमाल होता है। इसीलिए उसका हम एक थोड़ा सा बताते हैं। श्याम पैर पीताम्बर एक सुरफा का साल का गाना है, 10 बात
ঝোলমোল ঝোলমোল করে রে, কিবা ঝোলমোল ঝোলমোল করে রে।
अब हम नुपी भाषक या निपा भाषक। भाषक का मतलब यह है, नायिका का अष्टभेद है, उस अभिसारिका, भाषक शैया, उत्खंडा, विप्रलब्धा इत्यादि जो अष्टभेद है। तो भाषक शैया बनाने के बाद जब श्री कृष्ण जी नहीं आते हैं, उसका पर जो पूरा उसका कहानी चलती है, तो वो भाषक बनाने के लिए वो सबने आए नहीं, इसलिए उसको भाषक नाम देते हैं गुरु लोग। तो अभी भाषक का एक ये बताते हैं कि नुपी भाषक का 64 भेद है। नायिका का हर एक नायिका का 8-8 भेद है, इसलिए वो 64 भेद हुआ है। तो 64 भेद का अंदर एक बताते हैं, जाने सखी मम दुष्कृत प्राणा, संस्कृत में है।
जाने सखी मम दुष्कृत प्राणा, जाने सखी मम दुष्कृत प्राणा, किं वा व्रजमणि करुण पापिनि देहे, जाने सखी मम दुष्कृत प्राणा।
Amongst his incredible compositions, Kandukrira is a most popular and fascinating. In the year 1957, Guruji was inspired by couplets sutra, where he found the small description of Krishna Balaram playing ball game in Goshtolila. He took that inspiration and he created a wonderful composition, Kandukrira, following Swanugata elements of Abhinaya based on Yatra Rupak Tala of 14 bits, where he created the Krishna Balaram playing ball game through their body language. Still now, wherever, whenever we perform or teach this Kandukrira composition, we always feeling the joyful, playful spirit of Krishna Balaram with us. It was my pleasure, privilege and honor that during 90s, when Guru Bipin Singh created his last composition, contribution, Mandali Baddha Nartan, I was the silent observer to watch him, how he was excited to planning for that composition. He discussed with us how he wanted to combine the concept of Raslila with different variety of Tandava movements. At the same times, he wanted to incorporate the variation of 7 bits of Tintal Macha, Dutila Tintal, Thevra and Dashkosh. Still I remember, after finishing his planning, he went to Manipur and he created entire choreography over there for Manorama Devi's performance in Manipur. After his return, I was the most fortunate and excited to learn that composition directly from him, and I was amazed to visualize his imagination within that composition. He was so satisfied and excited to express that he thought that he was not only created that complex choreography, but at the same time he expressed his struggle and success of his life through this composition. It was a aesthetic experience of form to formless, mundane to spiritual experience. Whenever I perform or teach or practice, I feel this is one of my best gift from him, and I feel that his images within my mind and soul, and at the same time I feel his invisible divine blessings and presence within me, still, always.
I feel extremely fortunate to have spent 50 years of my life with our revered Guru, Guru Bipin Singh, learning, witnessing his ever growing personality, working with him in his research oriented activities, experiencing beauty of his creative process, myself enjoying performing, teaching his compositions, revealing the technicalities, complexities, subtleties. I pray to Sri Govindji, Lord Krishna, to give me enough strength to serve and continue his legacy, his unparalleled contribution to widen the horizon of classical Manipuri dancing.
Guru Bipin Singh dedicated his life to Manipuri classical dance. His innovative dance compositions and choreography, along with his scholarly contributions, have earned him the rightful place among the pioneers of Indian classical dance. He is physically no longer with us, but his spirit lives on through his creations and through the legacy that he has passed on to dancers worldwide.